give all praise, Yahweh Shem Yasham Bashem Rakakadash. This relates to earlier news. You had Trump talking about 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum, called reciprocal tariffs, which means if they charge, we charge. That's relating to steel and aluminum. I believe you'll talk more about that this week regarding that. 25% on both. You had a PlayStation Gaming Golf 24-hour power outage, global outage relating to that. These earlier reports. You have an egg shortage going on too as well. Stores are also limited on the purchase of eggs relating to what you can buy. Just like in 2020 relating to the paper towels. You know what I mean? We're limited on paper towels, what you can buy. The egg shortage is a big thing. Bird flu and different things. Egg prices are soaring, $7 and more. So they're limited on different stores the purchase on how many eggs you could buy, a carton of eggs you could buy. You had just read something on Trump is halting related to penny production. And if you notice with the coins, the thinner metals, that goes back to ancient Rome relating to coin depreciation or devalorizing relating to using cheaper metals, and you know what I mean, to lessen the value relating to for example the coins, man, because one time they actually were real metals and different things, man, real silver and different things. They've become thinner over the years, just like they did in ancient Rome. You have coin depreciation, pretty much. You have Gitmo will be open relating to sending the worst people, relating to Kristi Noem, talking about that. That was a report. You have a bunch of different nationalities relating to Trump's immigration situation. For example, different South American countries. You have, let me see what we got here. Kim Jong-un warns relating to U.S. military, relating to increase and relating to his nuclear armament. There's a report, that was Wyon. Then you have senators warning relating to possible, I've seen this on NBC News talking about that, relating to, let me see. Andy Kim, which is Democrat in New Jersey, weighs whether Democrats should consider a government shutdown to prevent Trump's legislative agenda from advancing in Congress. So Scripture talks about Satan be divided against Satan. How can his kingdom stand but have an end, man? So that division, man. As Trump's pushing certain things that most people don't agree with. A lot of people don't agree with. You know what I mean? Especially non-supporters of him. You have North Korean Kim Jong-un has accused U.S. of forming a NATO-like military bloc in the region, warning of dire consequences. He vowed to expand and modernize North Korea's nuclear arsenal in response to growing alliance between U.S., South Korea, and Japan. So he's threatening related to his nuclear arsenal and armament, man. Relating to the conjoining or the joint alliance relating to U.S., South Korea, Japan, etc. Pretty much a military joint effort bloc. And you have it's another report here. Canada just opened a back door for China, unleashing new oil trade route to bypass U.S. Washington thought Canada would hesitate. They assumed negotiations slow diplomacy may even concessions. Instead, Canada did unthinkable, cutting a direct path to China, bypassing the U.S. entirely. For years, the U.S. has chokehold on Canadians' energy exports. So a lot of these countries doing back deals. The enemy of my friend will be the enemy of my friend will be my friend, or the enemy of the enemy will become my friend. And all these countries, they do side deals with their enemies for their own collective and individual interests relating to their country. So U.S. will deal with their enemies, for their own interests, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And the enemy's countries will do business with their adversaries. Their adversaries. For business, because at the end of the day, it's all about their interests, man, for the country. You know what I mean? So that was a report. So they're going to bypass relating to Canada deal with China, man. Bypass U.S. You know what I mean? And these nations, eventually these nations are going to turn against U.S. Scripture talks about that as well. Get that real quick. Let's go number let's read it straight. Babylon had been the golden cup of the Lord's hand and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Philosophy, ideology, that Western way, man, the Western philosophy. They've been really forced to comply to drink it, man. You know what I mean? Now the nations are realizing after they drunk it, what they realizing, therefore the nations are mad. Even the allied nations are starting to, are becoming mad relating to Babylon. Babylon suddenly has fallen, destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. She may be healed. So you can't heal Babylon, man. You know what I mean? If you could be healed Babylon, Babylon will be healed, man. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her. Scripture talks about, arise, depart, for this is not a place of your rest. It is corrupted and shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. So you have to separate from Babylon, man, or partake her judgment, man. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. Everyone to their own country, their own kind, their own kin, man. That goes to the division. Think not I come to send peace on earth, but rather division. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a point where everybody's going to go to their own kind, man. You know what I mean? For her judgment reacheth into the heavens and lifteth up even into the skies, where the Lord remember. And that's what that goes to. You know what I mean? Scripture talks about that great mighty city, in 1 hour thy judgment come. 18:10 of Revelations, man. You know what I mean? So it's a judgment relating to Babylon. Babylon represents, aka America, man. The new Sodom, Egypt, new Sodom, Gomorrah. You know what I mean? Assyria. You know, different other names that would fit to relate to America, man. You know what I mean? Ashereth, which means land of the north. Let me go to Revelation 17. All right. Then the 10 horns which thou sawest, that goes to EU NATO, with the spearhead of America riding on that. Then shall hate the whore. That hate the whore is turning against her, man, even the allies. And shall make her desolate and naked, so they're going to expose her, man. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with the fire. So that relates to them sending and doing certain things on Babylon relating to those nuclear missiles, man. You know what I mean? Revelations 11 and 14, Revelations 11 and 14, Revelations 9 and 11, 9 and 12. You know, so the first woe has come, and the second and third woe thereafter. The second woe has passed, and the third woe cometh quickly, man. Quickly, it's like Scripture talks about when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes. You know what I mean? It's a part that greatest of the relating to that ultimate sudden unexpected would be the missiles, man. That's going to be where these nations going to turn on Babylon, according to Scripture, man. By the ICBM and missiles, man. Something not, it's not exactly politically correct to, relating to conversation, but according to Scripture, that's what that is, man. But it's not being politically correct, you know what I mean? We're just telling you from what it is from the Scripture, because the Scriptures are dark sayings, allegories, and mysteries, man. Scripture talks about where secrets are given to the prophets, man, 3 and 6. The Scripture talks about 39:24, talking about his ways are made plain to the holy, but a stumbling block to the wicked, man. These relates to mysteries, the dark sayings, and the allegories, and the mysteries related to the gospel. Part of the mysteries is talking about nuclear warfare in the Bible, man. That's part of those mysteries, man. Very uncomfortable conversation for the collective, man. But anyway, this was some news real quick. And what other reports? You had an Operation Wetback back in the 50s and also during the Great Depression. We're pretty much really at the border cooperation with Mexico. So, looking at that. And that's pretty much Trump. Mexico was doing certain things in Trump. You know what I mean? So Scripture talks about nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? So nothing is new, basically. That's Operation Wetback relating to that. Border, Mexican, working with the Mexican, collaborating with Mexicans, the Mexican government, in a matter of speaking. You have, let me see. He's talking about top news: steel and aluminum may increase costs. If they charge, he's going to charge, and it trickles down to the consumer, whether it's here in America or that respective country that they're setting them tariffs on. The customer gets the short end of the stick of that. Hamas delayed hostage release, so they reneging relating to these hostages. So that's going to violate relating to the ceasefire agreement or the order. They'll be backfiring again anyway. Trump talking about having other nations cooperate with related to Gaza, rebuilding Gaza, and U.S. owning it, and other nations helping to rebuild that desolate area. He's talking about that when he's on the plane going to the Super Bowl. 2 storms can bring some of the highest snow totals in the season. That goes up to the Northeast. Talking about that. And you have of course, he was talking about related to Gulf of America, renaming that from Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. You have Musk is looking at different agencies, the cuts, Department of Education, Department of Veterans Affairs, different, like I said, that's why they made the Doge, which is Department of Efficiency, government efficiency. So they're looking at areas where they're going to do cuts, man. And of course, the federal judge halts relating to Musk agency assessing sensitive treasury data. That goes a few days ago. They try to access personal data. There was a veterans thing I was looking at, talking about trying to access information related to veterans and different things. And basically what that means is they look at areas where they can do cuts, man. You know what I mean? Different areas, you know what I mean? Where they can trim the fat, in the matter of speaking. Because these programs, they're going to look ways to cut different things, man. That's their goal. It could be from the VA. It could be from education and different entities, man. The judges pushed back against President Trump's government reform. So Trump is getting a lot of pushback. You know what I mean? Maine farmers report impacts from Trump's federal funding freeze. So a lot of these programs are being affected, whether it's funding's getting cut and different things. Ultimately, that's what it's going to be. So this is something real quick. It's a quick report. He wants to, of course, relating to the war, Ukraine, Vladimir Putin. Also, another money relating to selling to Israel, relating to in a billion. I think it was 7 something billion. Selling to Israel relating to their armament. Selling different things so they can be ready for military or defense aspect. I seen that on the report. And of course, Zelensky relating to, about funding and support, continuous funding and support, and really both. So this is just something quick. I want to give all praise, Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shemir Kakadash. Of course, you had that Super Bowl. Whoever Eagles fans, they won 40-22. Eagles pretty much dominated that game. and different things. So this is a quick report relating to news, over helps relating to information. This is Zayah Wolf. All praise Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Honors to men and truth on down relating to truth and knowledge, so we know truth and knowledge. Over helps relating to information. This is Zayah Wolf. Shalom.